Okay out there in Marveland, face front.
Now, number 9. Number 9 I did not own until about 3 years ago, which this copy I also got on eBay. Funnily enough, I almost bought a number 9 back in about 1979. There's a photograph of me and my mother looking at it at a convention, thinking about it. I'm not sure why my mother decided not to buy it. At that time, it was in pretty nice shape. I think it was $80, again with the $80, but I think that was also $80 back in 78, 79. And all these years, I never had a copy of number 9 until about 3 years ago, and I said, all right, I've got to get a number 9 now. I got this at a pretty good price. I think I paid $125 for it. And it's got some of that up there, but overall, I mean, the spine is really nice. It's a nice copy. The thing is, if you see it in a certain light, I don't know if we can see it in here. If you see it in a certain light, it looks like, somebody put a piece of paper on top of it, and, you get the indentation of the pen line. But very hard to see. I mean, you can see it out of the Mylar, but, you turn it, 5 degrees the other way, and it's totally gone. So, for me, overall, nice book, especially for $125. Anyway. There's now the number 8. I don't know what happened to this cover. This I'm not sure if you can see either, but you can see some of those tears. But if you were to see it in close up, it looks like somebody, there you go, looks like somebody took the entire cover off, crumpled it into a small ball, and then unraveled it and put it back. I don't know how this cover got like that. I don't think the inside is like that. It's just the cover. So, odd. That's another one I've had, since I'm a kid. Now the number 7. 7 is very nice, aside from the crease down the middle. I don't know if that was a mailing crease back then when they used to mail it. I think sometimes they'd fold it, or a kid just probably put it in his back pocket, But overall, it's still pretty nice. A little piece fell off down there. Not sure where that came from, but overall, pretty nice. Vulture. Second appearance of the Vulture. Here we go. First appearance of the Lizard. Who's going to be in the new movie coming up. And speaking of movies, there is the first movie. One sheet. Tobey Maguire film. Here's number 6, which is also kind of, a little bit rough around. The color is a little dulled. But hey, it's number 6. Number 5, which I got on Christmas back in 79, I believe, 78, 79, along with a few other books. Crossover with Dr. Doom. Really cool cover. I've had this for a long time. Alright, number 4. Now, number 4 I picked up on the same day that I got Spider-Man number 1. I think this was $40 back in 1980. A little bit of color coming out of the Spider-Man logo. But overall, pretty nice. No major defects. A little bit of, creasing and whatnot around the edges. But pretty nice. Number 4. Number 3, I got at a flea market, Aqueduct Flea Market in Queens, New York, around 1978, 79, somewhere in that vicinity. Paid $15 for it. I was just happy that I had a number 3. I was like, I don't care. It's ripped up, but I have it. And somehow or other that was good enough for me for the past 30 some odd years, because I've never upgraded, and to do so now would be cost prohibitive, unfortunately. So, yeah, there was a time back then where you can see it's like, if I had it, I had it. So then I would go on to the next one rather than upgrading, which came much later. Well, this one isn't definitely in need of an upgrade. But again, it's complete. There's no missing pages, nothing like that. The book is there. It's got some tears. It's got tape. It's got writing. It's got all that, but it's all there. Here's number 2. Pretty nice number 2, no creases. It's, you know, pretty decent spine. You know, the color is pretty good overall. Definitely a nice number 2. No major creases or tears or rips or anything like that. I don't know, 8.0, 7.5, 8.5, who knows. And then, of course, the number 1, Spider-Man number 1. This was $325 back in 1980, which I received for my 13th birthday. Thanks, Mom. I still have, you know, it's got a little bit of creasing there, a little tearing, but overall, it's pretty good, you know. I mean, this was graded back then as a very good plus. Fine minus. Got some creasing going up the spine. You know, so the spine is in great shape. I like a nice spine. I mean, hey, it's Spider-Man number 1, so I'll take it with this spine for $325, which is worth, you know, a lot more now. The little story to this is the same day that we picked up the Spider-Man number 1, we also had the opportunity to buy Amazing Fantasy 15. And there, that's not it. That's a repro from a few years ago. But we had an opportunity to get Amazing Fantasy 15 for the same price as Amazing Spider-Man number 1, also $325, but in better shape, because there was a time when Spider-Man number 1 was worth more than Amazing Fantasy 15. And my mom said, well, you know, it's number 15, this is number 1, you know, you're trying to complete the collection, or start the collection. So she went with the number 1, and you know, that's unfortunate. But, I mean, maybe I never would have gotten a number 1, and I would have always had an Amazing Fantasy 15. But that one, that Amazing Fantasy 15, which I don't remember seeing, but supposedly was in nicer shape than this, was probably graded at a fine plus or so, or very fine minus, I don't know. But we did not. That was bought from Richie from Tomorrow's Treasures. He still sells at shows, and he remembers this Spider-Man number 1, so maybe if he's ever watching this YouTube video, here's the Spider-Man number 1 that you sold to us, and we still got it. There you go. So that's the Spider-Man collection, and at least through 25. The next video, if you like that one, I will go through maybe the next 25 books. So until next time, signing off.